Good morning to everybody. Good afternoon, good evening around the world. We are streaming today to 205 countries and territories effectively. Everybody is here. I have got my apron on, and Stormy is here today to announce the winners of the United States Presidential Service Center. And we have also the International Film Festival judges. We have a couple of them. Patty is with us from New York. Patty, what is going on up there in No Yoke?
Oh, well, greetings. We're excited here to have our first annual United States Presidential Services Center International Film Festival with so much perks, so much fun, great gems. We were blessed with great nominations, and I'm excited, Marty. You know, what could I tell you? Let's get the show on the road.
Absolutely. Thank you, Patty from New York. Down in Florida, our co-CEO, Dr. Miguel Rodriguez. Mike, how are you today?
Great to all. Patty, big howdy from down here, down south. Martin, as you can probably know, it's actually warming up down here. But what's so important today is this Presidential Service Center Film Festival. Like Patty said, it's our first annual, and we're excited because we're looking down the road what this is going to do. So for all the entries, the devotion, the time that people put into to do submittals, we thank you from the United States Presidential Service Center. We're looking forward to looking at all these and let's say a continuation as the years go by, as we develop things for the public. And this is what it's about. You know, we're global and it's an exciting time. So let's let the festivities begin, Martin.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mike. When he's not teaching at George Washington University, he is on the phone with our next guest, who is a judge of this world event. Shrenik Shah, the inspiration to everyone in the world. When Shrenik lost his voice, he did not quit. He did not give up. He did not lay down. He has only tripled his efforts as an international speaker. Shren, how are you?
So much excited being part of this fabulous, fascinating, and incredible session today. And hello to everyone from London. The current temperature is 3 degrees centigrade, and we are chilling here. Almost in the US, as Dr. Megan said.
Thank you so much, Shrenik. It is always amazing to work with you. You are an inspiration for people with disabilities and for people like myself. I tell you, and Farah, yes, Farah. How are you today in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia? Another one of our judges, Wan Farah Ayu Ahmed. Farah is a bestie and been with us for years and years. Farah, what's going on today?
Yeah, hi everybody. Greetings from Malaysia. It's actually nighttime here around 11. And we are so happy to have Josh all the entries that came in for the competition for the festival. And it's so important that some of the themes that have been brought up, especially on climate change, because recently the weather here, it has escalated between 37 to 40 degrees. The temperatures are really high around this region because we are on the equator lines. But we are so also heartened to see that some of the very important themes that some of the entries have, most of the entries have highlighted. So yes, I'm honored and happy to be here as well.
Thank you, Farah. Thank you so much. And to all of our judges, including Dr. Joy Nicole Martinez, of course, our Chief Justice of all the judges, Dr. Joy, when she is not in Washington State, in Seattle with Microsoft, at the Microsoft campus, she is back here in Charlotte at Atrium Hospital and doing her thing as an international speaker. Also, we're very thankful for all the work that they put in. We had some challenges with Film Freeway, and you know, you have to resubmit your judging, and it didn't go through. And so Getting all that done is key, and our judges really, really worked hard this year. Thankless, unpaid work. And all the money that we did bring in, I think it was $136 is what we made from people filing for entries for their film. And that means, yes, people ask me, well, did Jason Momoa pay his money and Woody Harrelson to submit their entry? I was like, yes, they did. But then we also had a wonderful donation from Dr. Rodriguez of $100. And this is what's going to pay for the gold chalice and the silver medal and the bronze plaque award. So thank you to our donors. Thank you to the submittals. And without further delay, I'm going to get on over because I know these people are waiting worldwide to see what is going on and very, very interested to see who the winners are. And let me just say this, our first announcement today with running this short film is 7 minutes and 52 seconds long. I want to make sure everybody can see that out there in the world. So let me share that screen. This is going to be 7 minutes and 52 seconds long. And I will, I think, just check to make sure that it's okay for the sound, because I do have the audio turned on, and then I'm going to inflate this screen. So let's do a quick sound check in New York, Patty. Does that sound good to you?
I'm not hearing anything. I'm hearing only typing right now.
Yeah, let me play it, and then I'm going to stop 1 second and make sure you're getting the audio.
Yes.
We got to hear.
Yep, thank you, Mike. Let me introduce this film. This is Black Roses. This was our honorable mention for 2024. And yeah, whoever is typing in the background, we can hear you. So maybe if everybody mutes, yep, that's good. And yep, it looks like everybody muted. So thank you so much for doing that. Black Roses came to us from Canada. This was a very, very important issue film set by David Murphy and Arpad Andrew Horvath. This was submitted on January 30th of this year in the Open Creative Expert category at 7 minutes and 52 seconds long. This won our honorable mention status. And so those guys are up there in Dorchester, Ontario, and doing great things. Black Roses is based on a true story where there was a murder in a nursing home. This film is compelling for anyone who has had a loved one murdered and did not know for an extended period. It's recommended for all to view in the interest of protecting vulnerable family members. And you can see the Black Roses there. The credits, of course, are David Murphy and Arpad Andrew Horvath. And you can see here how they split up their tasks for cast, producer, and writer. And they do have a link over to their website. So if you would like to take a look over there at what they're up to, please feel free. Please do that. Arpad Andrew Horvath is the director of this film. And Arpad has had a traumatic beginning to his acting career. After he found out his father had been murdered, he was devastated, and rightly so. He found it difficult to cope and turned to a new passion, acting. While on stage, he has managed to escape the torment of the murder of his father and enter into a new world, one with which is met with enjoyment and great success. He was discovered by a producer and was asked to perform as the leading role in a play that was included in a documentary. This documentary has received multiple awards. He has been commended by the producer for his outstanding contribution, which was stated as, "I believe Arpad played a huge role in our team as casting director and in acting in the play within the documentary. His contribution has helped with the success of the film." Charlene Doak-Gebauer, who was the producer, director, co-director of Vulnerable Innocence. And numerous accolades for that film we will actually see today have come in. And the director's statement is, "This is a true story based on the murder of a family member." I'm going to go on ahead and put this on for everybody to watch, and I will be inflating this to full size.
Well, I better go. So see you, Pop. See you Monday. Okay? You behave. You don't cause any trouble, okay?
Son, wait.
What is it, Pop? What do you need? Anything?
Pray for me.
Pray. Pray for you. Why? Pray for what?
Just pray.
Okay, Pop. I'll pray. My dad. Don't cause any trouble, okay? Be good. He was a son, a brother, a husband, a father, and a grandfather. But to me, he was much, much more than that. He was my father, my teacher, my hero, and my best friend. He came to this country with nothing in his pockets. He was a stranger in a strange land. He couldn't even speak the language. But he was never too proud or too shy to lend a hand or to ask for a hand himself. He wasn't afraid of anything. He was a businessman, a leader, an entrepreneur, but above all else, he was a gentleman. And he once told me that there are not enough gentlemen in this world, so you better be one. He taught me so much, so very much. Oh. When my father was in intensive care, I told him that if he was called home, it was okay. I told him he would take care of things up there, and he told me, and I told him rather, I'm sorry, I told him I'd take care of things down here. I told him that we'd be all right. Be all right. He didn't respond, but I knew he heard me. I know he'll always hear me in my prayers. Words can't explain how much I'm going to miss him. I miss you, Dad. I love you.
Mr. Lugosi, thanks for coming in. Please have a seat. Mr. Lugosi, I'm going to come straight to the point. We believe that someone aided in your father's death.
I'm sorry? What do you mean? What do you mean my father's death? I mean, what happened?
Look,
I mean, who was it? Like, what
we're
was
still
going on?
investigating, but from all indications, it was a nurse caring for him in the nursing home.
Oh my God, a nurse? Oh my God.
Look, I know this is a lot to take in, but I need you to tell me everything you can remember from being in the nursing home. Who you saw coming in, going out. It would really help with our
Well,
investigation.
it was 2 years ago. I mean, there was people visiting. There was dementia patients,
Mr.
nurses
Lugosi,
everywhere. A lot of stuff going
please.
on. I mean, you got to understand.
Take your time. Maybe he said something, or you saw something.
Well, he was there, and he said a lot of things, of course, for dementia and everything. And okay, the last time I seen him, he called me back. I was leaving contact. He said, "Son, come back." Come back to me. He looked in my eyes like I'm looking at you, and he said, "Pray, just pray." Now, I don't know what that means. I didn't know what it meant then, but I know what it means now. I'm starting to understand. But you know, when it happens to other people, you don't. Oh my God, Dad.
Would the accused please rise? Bonnie Jeanette Borden, you have been found guilty of the following offenses: 8 counts of murder in the first degree, 4 counts of attempted murder, and 2 counts of aggravated assault. Sentencing for these offenses will be on June 26, 2017 in this courtroom at 9:30 a.m. Court adjourned. Before sentencing is handed down, would the accused like to make a statement?
I caused tremendous pain, suffering, and death. Sorry is too small a word.
Bonnie Jeanette Borden, you are charged with 8 counts of murder, 4 counts of attempted murder, and 2 counts of aggravated assault. You are hereby sentenced to life in prison and not eligible for parole for 25 years. Court adjourned.
Well, we'll see you, Pop. I miss you, I really do. Yeah, I know I'm always in a rush, but well, don't worry about it. I'll be back. We'll talk some more, I promise. It ain't over yet, buddy. Ain't over yet, but I'll keep fighting. I fought for your approval. I'm gonna fight for your honor. Bye, Pop. Love you.
Okay, judges, great to see you again. Any comments on this film? I would like to remind just the studio audience around the world and our guests here today. These films in our film festival are not top grade Hollywood films. They're designed to create like a stepping stone to getting funded for this is what it could look like. And so the courtroom, obviously, they would rent for $10,000 a real courtroom set. You'd have to pay 200 extras to sit in the courtroom, have a bailiff that is probably maybe a member of the Screen Actors Guild for $500 to $800 per hour, and costume judge and all that. So these films are all designed to try to get funded. That's how our festival works. It's a very different premise, but judges out there across the world, any comments about this film? This was our honorable mention.
I'll jump in there, and can I disclose how I voted on this?
Oh, feel free if you want to. Sure.
Yes, I do, and again, who am I to judge? Well, as a viewer, I will be happy to share how I felt about it. It was bittersweet. For more than the obvious reasons, because I happen to have a preference in movies, and my number one movie is documentaries. So this to me is in that vein. With that being said, I was a little disappointed in the empathy I felt. I know it's acting. I understand, they're doing their best. However, it didn't grab me. And if it wasn't based on a real story, I probably would have voted better. But because it was based on a real story, I wanted to feel a little bit emotionally drawn in. I felt like I was reading it rather than watching it as a viewer. Usually when you watch it, I feel like you're a little bit more. So that's me. But I do want to say thank you for sharing, whoever wrote this, thank you for sharing your story. It needs to be brought to attention. It raises awareness. So I still liked it for its value on that, on what it brought to the table. I did think the acting could be a little better because in comparison to some of the other maybe not so, acclaimed, award-acclaimed producers. However, I did see what difference it is when you have a little bit more expertise, lighting, music, acting. So, in those categories, it didn't meet par in what else was brought to the table. So for me, it wasn't the winner, but it was definitely worthy of being, mentioned.
Absolutely. Thank you, Patty. Any of the other judges that had a comment about this film? It was such an important issue and so terrible to watch the truth that this director's father was killed in a nursing home. Shrenik.
Well, honestly speaking, I loved this story, and frankly speaking, I have rated this as the top most because this is kind of a real life story. Things happen every other day, irrespective of anywhere, any country, and particularly the content that has touched to the core of my heart. And I did not look at any other aspect only except the real story of the life. Thank you.
Absolutely, Shrenik. It was a very touching story. And if somebody was to invest in this and put even more funding into professionalizing it, bottom third titling, music, cinematography, sets, all that stuff we know costs so much money. And I'd like to also thank Prince Kojo Hilton for popping in from Africa. Prince Kojo Hilton is coming online now from Ghana. He is our chairperson for the festival. We will hear more from him. This was our honorable mention. I would like to offer a round of applause for them. Great work to them. Our next three films that we are going to showcase today are winners. So we're going to have first, second, and third place. We have not released this information to the world. So these directors and producers are waiting with bated breath to see who got what, okay? And I have been told by many people in this industry that just being accepted and having that banner on your film, just being accepted into a film festival is also an honor. So let us get right to it. And the next film, I'm going to go back to presenting our third place winner today. Let me share my screen over there with you guys again. And we may have to have a drum roll. So let us showcase the lucky person. This is going to be a film that I think is very important to the world. This film coming in third place today for the United States Presidential Service Center International Film Festival is called Vulnerable Innocence. It will be screened in Hollywood later this month in 2 different movie theaters in Hollywood, California. It was directed by Charlene Elizabeth Doak-Gebauer and Nancy Ann Lynch. And it was submitted on January 10th of 2024, also from Canada. This was in the Open Creative Expert category. The runtime on this is 1 minute and 9 seconds. If you would like to contact them, please do at vulnerable.innocence@bell.net. And we're going to go on ahead and obviously announce and put, the new winners up on our website. So you will see all of that. They sent in a bunch of stills from this particular film. You'll see some of these today. And this film is centered on predators across the internet preying on children and causing a lot of damage in the world with sexual predators, child predators. So a very, very difficult situation to deal with constantly. The more and more the internet grows. The director biography of Charlene Elizabeth Doak-Gebauer and Nancy Ann Lynch is right here. And they are regularly featured on radio and TV. Dr. Charlene Doak-Gebauer is a globally renowned expert on all aspects of digital child and family protection in the modern world. She's the award-winning producer and director of this documentary, Vulnerable Innocence, the founder and chair also of the federal Canadian charity Internet Sense First, and of the AICT Council, which is the International Anti-Internet Child Exploitation Team. Let me check and see if I need to mute anybody there. Prince, I'm going to mute you. I was getting a little bit of noise and feedback. Shren, I think I'll mute you. Okay, looks like everybody else is doing good. Just getting a little bit of feedback there. Charlene's theory of digital supervision for proactive online child protection is an important standard and in high demand as a keynote speaker. She has taken the stage in the United States, Iceland, Europe, Nigeria, Australia, and India, and is often called on by organizations like Crime Stoppers, schools, teachers' conferences, police organizations, and other corporate conferences around the world. I'm going to ask you to the rest of her biography. It's so extensive, but bear in mind this film has already won a bunch of awards. It's done quite well. And let me see. Oh, Gran, I think we may have somehow you came unmuted and there's some kids playing in the background. The 2023 Distinguished Londoner Award, the 2022 Honorary Doctorate for the RAI Technology University of India, the 2022 Inaugural Phoenix Award from Biyashiro Foundation in Las Vegas. A lot of awards, guys, just amazing. And Nancy Lynch, who is a writer and director based in Fredericton, up in Canada. Nancy began writing screenplays in 2006 when she completed her first screenwriting course and became a member of the NB Film Cooperative. Since then, she continued to learn about various aspects of film making by taking additional courses, including ones given by the NB Film Cooperative, the Robert McKee Story Seminar in Vancouver, and the Sid Field Seminar in Toronto. In 2011, Nancy completed the professional program in screenwriting from UCLA, the School of Theater, Film, and Television. And the director's statement is here about this film being scripted and based on the theory of digital supervision for online child protection. This is a super important issue, guys, worldwide. Without further ado, I'm going to put this on because the more and more and more our kids are on the internet, the more and more susceptible they are to being preyed upon. And let me begin this and inflate it.
I'm 11 years old. And I'm 8 years old.
My daughter's email account with the subject line that said, "Hey, sexy."
Like what? My friends do a lot of crazy stuff online.
Oh, yeah? Like taking off your shirt and sending me a pic?
There's basically no internet supervision of children.
And I wonder if parents would turn up to Las Vegas with their children on a Friday night and say, off you go.
And then the second age group we see being perpetrated on a lot are peers.
Other situations are modeling contracts and being famous. And
sexually explicit things on camera.
She had shared an image.
The pedophiles hunt them.
Now I'm in trouble with the police because you sent nudes to an unknown.
This could be your child.
We have to digitize our parenting skills.
Okay, guys, that was a very short one, just 1 minute, 9 seconds long. This is our third place winner this year. Big round of applause for Vulnerable Innocence. And I'm passing out the People's Choice Awards so that everybody here can vote live today. And before we move on to second and first place, just take one and pass it down. We will be accepting nominations digitally online. So we'll be doing that at the end. You've noticed a number of people commenting here from like the city of Atlanta. Thank you, Bella. So that would be where you would comment for your People's Choice Award. Okay. And we'll be asking people after we finish showing all of the other two films to please go on ahead and do their People's Choice. And so that'll be an additional award. At this time, I would like to ask our chairperson of the World Festival, the International Film Festival, Prince Kojo Hilton in Africa. Prince just has finished up at the Ghana National Theater of Art another massive show called The Slaves, and doing all the set design and painting for weeks and showing us photos on scaffolding and ladders. Just an amazing individual for his art, a winner of many awards, and appearing and being invited to the American Embassy in Ghana, and also coming to the United States on a special State Department tour for 2 months. All expense paid, flown to America to do artwork for a month in Washington, D.C., and then in New York. An amazing, talented artist, Prince Kojo Hilton.
Thank you so much. I welcome you all to today's maiden edition of the U.S. Presidential Service Center International Film Festival. And I'm so excited to be here with you, and also being called upon to be the chairperson of this prestigious film festival. It's been months of hard work. I say thanks to all the judges from all over the world that worked on these films. I've personally watched some of the movies, and in fact, the submissions we had this year, I would say the filmmakers did extremely well, and I hope the best wins for today. Thank you so much, Martin, for following up on the projects I've been working on in Ghana. I think for the past 3 years, you've been my strong backbone to everything I do in Ghana. I say thank you so much. And to Charlene, if you are there, and to everyone seated at the high table, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prince. We love you so much. Such a talented, beautiful filmmaker, artist, a graphic designer. Did I cover every one of his gifts? He is so talented, it is crazy. Also a filmmaker and cinematographer. The next one we are going to move forward to now is the second place winner. So we had the third place, which of course got the bronze plaque. This one will receive a silver medal, and whether or not they will wear it around their neck. This was an amazing film. We were pretty shocked to receive an entry. We were so honored. I don't know if I'm still flabbergasted, from Jason Momoa and Woody Harrelson, and this very famous director, he and his wife, who have done a number of super important films. Let me go on ahead and begin to share this one with you and the world right now. This is our second place winner today, and this is just an unbelievably well put together film, unbelievably well put together showpiece called Common Ground. When you see it come on, when you hear it, when you realize the issues with global warming and what Farah was talking about, or Judge Farah, you will have no doubt how important this film is. This was directed by Josh Tickell and Rebecca Tickell. This was submitted on January 9th of 2024. It has a runtime of 2 minutes and 55 seconds in our open creative expert from Ouija, California. Also, Common Ground trailer has a beautiful poster there. So you may see this very soon. It's doing excellent about saving the planet 1 acre at a time. Rosario Dawson, Laura Dern, Donald Glover, Woody Harrelson, Jason Momoa, Ian Somerhalder. Thank you so much for this very important work that you're doing in the world. And as Farah mentioned, she herself as a judge is experiencing what is going on every day of the week with this. Josh Tickell is an author, film director, and expert on sustainability. In 1997, Tickell captured global attention by driving a French fry oil-powered veggie van across the United States and jump-starting the biodiesel revolution. His journey culminated in 2008 with the release of his first feature film, Fuel. Fuel won the Sundance Audience Award for Best Documentary, was shortlisted for an Oscar, and was screened in the White House and was released theatrically globally. Tickell and his wife and directing partner, Rebecca Tickell, have released a number of award-winning environmental films, including The Big Fix and Pump, Good Fortune, and The Earthing Movie. I would encourage you to study this team. They are doing fantastic with their work. I would be remiss if I didn't mention a little bit about Rebecca. Rebecca Harold Tickell was on the basement floor of a monastery covered in buckets of goo while giving birth to a giant squid-like baby that was trying to eat her. At that moment, the actress knew she was ready for a career change. As a young girl, Rebecca had a lead role in the Christmas classic Prancer, a film that had touched many people's lives. Today, Rebecca Tickell is a director, producer, and environmental author and activist. She produced the 2008 Sundance Film Festival Audience Award-winning environmentally themed movie Fuel, and co-directed, produced The Big Fix, an official selection of the 2011 Cannes Film Festival. Please take a look at these folks and what they are doing. They are not to be missed, and I do believe you will be amazed with this entry. This is going to be 2 minutes and 55 seconds long. I give to you common ground.
What I'm about to tell you is a matter of life and death. If the soil dies, we die.
The facts have been proven. Roundup does cause cancer.
If you burrow deeply enough, there is a pipeline of money from the pesticide industry into those universities. They're getting the kind of science that money can buy.
Nature is the mother of us all. And if mama ain't happy, we're
But there's a way to save our precious soils. It's called regeneration.
Regeneration is not just restoring the land to the state that we found it at, but actually making it better.
We have added over 96 tons of carbon per acre into our soil. Can we mitigate climate change? Absolutely.
We're going to check the underwear in the regenerative versus the conventional soybean field and see if we can tell a difference between the microbial activity.
We've eliminated insecticides, pesticides, herbicides. We are saving upwards of $400 an acre. It works out to be about $2 million a year in savings. That is serious cash.
I forgot my suit. I feel like I'm underdressed. But if you are the people who can make a change, well, it's high time to finally get regenerative agriculture. Let's prioritize the farmer. Out here in the fields, I found my meals.
It's a connection to the land. It's a connection to those that came before us and those that are going to come after us.
Sally, take my hand. We can change everything. There's hope.
I said this letter is a warning, but it's also a promise. So I'm gonna fight like hell to save your future, my children. Because I love you.
Let's get together before we get much older.
That's right, guys. Take a look at Common Ground and oh yes.
Moving.
This film is on a roll. If you look it up, which we will be sharing items this week, more items, more outtakes, more clips from Jason Momoa that we have access to, and Woody Harrelson. This film is on a roll. It is our second place winner for the United States Presidential Service Center. This year it receives the silver medal. This is like such important stuff. Was anybody else amazed in the audience by this film?
Yes. What a message. What a message.
What a mess.
Yeah, and you know what? You're drawn in. You're drawn in. You're emotionally attached. You see, when you bring all your senses in, you know, this really gets you. I felt like I was at the theater. I was like, no, don't end.
Yes. Yes. It's all fair enough. Go ahead, Mike.
Excuse me, without the camera on, we're having technical difficulty. But this is what creates paradigm shifts. This type of messaging that goes to the core of the problem. It starts movements similar to biodiesels. Let's think about that one.
That's right.
Thank you.
That's right. Barry, you had a comment.
I just thought the cinematography and like the way everything was laid out was just phenomenal.
Yes. This is what is known as good, really good filmmaking. Any of the other judges had a comment?
Yes, I think it has a very great flow. And I love the fact that they brought up the issues pertaining that can address the UN SDGs that has a positive impact on the planet. And as Dr. Mike also rightly said, it addresses the root cause of the issues. And congratulations to the team that has come up with this great clip.
Yes, absolutely. Congratulations to you, Shren in India.
This is remarkably important for saving the future generation, and we are committed to do that by default.
Absolutely. We are committed to doing that. And Shren mentioned saving the future generation. Ambassador and Chairperson Prince Kojo Hilton, any comments about Common Ground with Jason Momoa? And I will tell you, Prince, when I told Farah that Jason Momoa was in one of the films, she had to get off the phone and go do her judging. She was like, Jason Momoa? Really? In our film festival, the first year? I love him. So, Prince.
Yes, sir.
Any comments about the film Common Ground?
I think it's awesome. It's a great film, and for me personally, I'm happy in our first maiden edition, we have such a film running through this festival, and I'm excited. I'm looking forward to seeing more of that kind of films. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I'm super excited to see today that one of our directors is online with us right now. He's coming in from LinkedIn. He's over watching on LinkedIn. We are streaming across a number of networks simultaneously worldwide on the Twitch Entertainment Network, on X, up to Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn. He is coming in on LinkedIn, our #1 gold medal winner this year, Roland Dogoe from Africa. Big round of applause for Roland. Yeah. And you know, people I've already received one comment, because the guys from Africa, the chairperson, that's probably why they won. I'm like, no, it's not. These judges are spread out all over the earth. Farah's in Malaysia, Shren is in India, Patty's in New York, Dr. Mike is in Orlando. The chairperson does not vote, which is Prince Kojo Hilton. I do not vote. Dr. Joy Nicole Martinez did her voting from the Microsoft campus, actually in Washington State. All of our judges are all voting independently, and they're not allowed to see everything of what's going on. They're just voting, and Roland just said, wow, we have got to put his film on, because now everybody's wondering, like, what was in this guy's film from Africa that he would win first place, the gold, the gold chalice. And it's a pretty big award as a large chalice. So let's put his film on, and you'll see how important and how beautiful his work is. I'm going to go on ahead and inflate this as well, so everybody can get the big picture, and sound looks good. So let's do that. We're going to go back one step back here, gang. And this film, of course, was submitted to us last year from Ghana. It has a runtime of 2 minutes and 22 seconds. It's called Kingsway and directed by Roland Mawunyo Dogoe. It was submitted by him on August 5th of last year. And this has been running, of course, our film festival for almost a year of submissions. And these were our top 4 this year. Kingsway discusses the fact that there are many ghost buildings and abandoned structures that exist in Ghana. The ones that have remained untouched by man still have the history within its destitute walls. The Kingsway department store was one such example. It was the first ever department store in the Gold Coast, now Ghana. And of course, Roland himself is doing quite fantastic. I want to put this on now for you to see. He was also one of our early bird standard fees. He paid $30 to enter. So many people have wondered, like, how does that work? And that's how that works. You do something, you put it together, and you hope that by people, hedge funds, family offices, investors seeing these films, that they would say, this was so impressive, this little thing that you submitted with a limit of 20 minutes is our requirement, that I would like to fund this, or I would like to get some people together to fund this, okay? Let me put this on for you now.
Jamestown, a fascinating district of Accra filled with historical relics. From the iconic lighthouse to James Fort to the underground tunnels, Franklin House, Usher Fort. But just along the main highway in Jamestown lies a forgotten relic. The Kingsway department store. Built in 1914 and opened in 1915 by Miller Limited, it was the first department store in the Gold Coast. Established initially to cater to European workers, it dealt solely in luxury goods, and the best of London was sold here. With its unique architecture, the full array of goods attracted passers-by with its lovely windows display. Sadly, what now remains is a shadow of what was once one of Gold Coast's most important addresses.
Okay, guys, there you have it. Just short and sweet. And we're going to run into... Absolutely. I think a lot of what caught me, if I may just comment, I'm not a judge, but I think a lot of what caught me was, the drone footage, the music. There's actually portions on there a lot of humans don't understand, but he's running 3 feeds of music at the same time. There's background music, there's narration, and there's music. He's running 3 different feeds of sound. And then, you may think inside of your hippocampus also, I saw something where the building, that's three-dimensional, superimposition, where he digitally rebuilt the building in its grandeur, and then he made it disappear to where you could only see. You don't really always see as a filmmaker. When I went to film school at the Art Institute, learning how to film is very difficult. Shots, angles, but when we're watching it, we're kind of like, oh, it's so cool. Oh, look at that. Oh, and then you think about it and reflect. You're like, wow, that's pretty difficult to do. All the stuff that he did in just a couple of minutes. Comments from the judges about this year's winner.
If I may say, okay. Congratulations, Prince Kojo. I think it was a really great shot in terms of aerial shots and also the flow. There's a lot of like animation. I love it. And the key thing is like, remembering heritage, the story, the backstory of the history of the place. So that's very important. Again, congratulations.
Yes, absolutely. Any of our other judges, congratulations. Yes, Shrenik. Yeah, go ahead, buddy.
Prince, my friend, this is indeed incredible. Glad knowing you and understanding your miraculous work. Congratulations from the bottom of my heart.
Absolutely. Thank you, Shrenik, and congratulations to everybody in Ghana and Africa, all 55 countries. Any parting comments, Prince, as we say goodbye today? Today, we're going to serve our lunch.
Wait, don't say goodbye yet. Don't say goodbye yet. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to Roland because the droning, that footage was by far a bird's eye view, a real perspective, a real world perspective, the landmark, the history, and the imagination of what was before and what can be. So thank you.
Fantastic.
Oh, well said, Patty.
Anybody else want to vote for the People's Choice? Thank you for your votes. Okay, I've got 3 in.
Dogoe on the line.
He's just watching live. He's not in the studio. I've got another vote here. Thank you. Anybody would like to vote? Bella in Atlanta, you can vote. Let me see if Bella, did you vote yet, Bella, for the People's Choice Award? Okay. Okay, got all the votes in here. Roland, you're very much so welcome. Congratulations to you. He said thank you to everybody. Congratulations, and we're going to work with Prince Kojo Hilton there in Africa to get him the gold trophy. Yes, Prince, go ahead.
Can I go ahead with a speech?
Yeah, Roland, he's not here live, but what I'd like to do is have him on maybe this week for a special show about his film, maybe an hour-long show.
Do we have the awards in the studio? Excuse me. Do we have the awards in the studio?
No, we're going to go on ahead and craft those awards now. And California, I believe we will ship Mike to the silver medal. And Canada, we will ship the bronze plaque. And Prince is going to help us get the gold trophy. But I do have the awards here now for the People's Choice. So I'd like to announce the People's Choice. I have received all of these. Bella, are you going to vote for your choice digitally? Bella Linda Rigby. She says she will vote. Roland, you can vote for the People's Choice as well, if you would like to. I see Roland is online. Anybody that is watching online, please go on ahead and vote. And Prince, did you want to say any parting comments in goodbye?
Okay, it was just about the speech, the chairperson's speech that I sent to you earlier. So if time is permitted for me to
Oh yeah,
Go ahead.
please do. Please do. I'm just compiling the final votes here. Okay, Bella said she's doing her vote now. Go ahead, Prince, if you would like to. Did you want to say goodbye to everybody?
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and esteemed filmmakers, it is my utmost pleasure to welcome you all to the maiden edition of our prestigious film festival, the United States Presidential Service Center International Film Festival. Today, 4th March 2024, marks a significant milestone in the world of cinema. As we gather here to celebrate the artistry, creativity, and passion that goes into filmmaking. As chairperson of the U.S. Presidential Service Center Film Festival, I am honored to stand before you and express my gratitude for your presence and support.
Well, thank you so much, buddy.
This film
Congratulations. I'm sorry, Prince, go ahead.
This film festival as a platform to showcase the incredible talent from around the globe. In addition, the U.S. Presidential Service Center International Film Festival is to honor solely the artistic life journey of the past 40th President of the United States of America, Ronald Reagan, and his wife, Nancy Reagan.
Okay, it looks like Prince may have.
Their immense contribution to the American film. Should I go ahead?
Yeah, go ahead. Yes, you froze for a second. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. The internet. Okay. The film festival brings together filmmakers, actors, and enthusiasts to appreciate the power of storytelling through film. Our selection committee has worked tirelessly to curate a diverse range of films that explore various genres, styles, and cultures. We believe that cinema has the power to bridge gaps, speak conversations, and foster understanding among people from different walks of life. Throughout this festival, we'll witness the magic of storytelling unfold on the big screen. We will experience laughter, tears, excitement, and even introspection through the captivating visuals and narratives presented in these films. Our goal is to provide a platform for both emerging and established filmmakers alike, creating an inclusive and encourage you all to immerse yourself in the world of cinema that awaits us. Engage understanding, engage in enriching conversation, attend panels and workshops to deepen our understanding of the artistic process behind the films. Let us celebrate the remarkable achievement of these talented filmmakers who have poured their hearts and souls into their craft. Once again, I extend my warmest welcome to this maiden edition of our film festival. May this be the beginning of an annual tradition that ignites passion for cinema, celebrates diversity, and inspires us all to redefine the boundaries of storytelling. Together, let us embark on this cinematic journey and create a lasting legacy for generations to come. Thank you so much, Ambassador Prince Ojo Hilton, Chairperson, U.S. Presidential Service Center, International Film Festival. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prince. You have done so much work last year and this year. I know we had many meetings trying to figure out what we were going to do, what to do, Film Freeway, what was working, what was not working. And we finally got everything together to our liking. And so we were super happy. Thank you, buddy. And congratulations to all the winners. See you next year and wishing you the very best, the very best.